Okay, so after much dicking about learning controls, I am now in the Cessna C400 Cavalis, flying out from, well, somewhere southeast of Essaouira. I'm going to be doing this journey, even though originally I intended to do it from, um, where was it? Marrakech to Essaouira. I'm going to go from Essaouira to Marrakech. Let me just think how I can get my controls sorted out. I need to. There we go, cursor mode. I'm just going to change the timings actually, so just bring it a few minutes ahead because right now we are too early for a nice flight. In fact, we're in real time at the moment, so I'm just going to bring it in to be around about 7 a.m. Don't know why it's not letting me do that. Right, okay, that's better. So we'll take off. 708, perfect. We've just had clearance, so off we go. Brakes off, throttle up. And away we go. Gonna throttle down a little bit, wait till we're a little bit more stable. Some rudder. And pull back. Okay, I'll head northwest. Clearly out. Now I don't want to gain too much altitude. I'm going to head northwest. Stick with the flaps. Oh, there we go. Flaps are up. There was an exit pattern for the airfield, but thanks. Put some trim on that throttle. Lovely. We are in flight. So that's Essaouira up ahead. Harbour town of Essaouira. I've actually flown a Cessna in real life with as co-pilot. I got control of the stick for half an hour and did an approach for landing, Obviously not landing, um, but I'd have loved to. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it was really, really good, really superb fun. Just that feeling of being in control, and also how responsive it was as well. I was surprised at that. Then again, it is a small craft. So yeah, I just think this is magical. I think realistically now, I was a bit obsessed about flying and was in the air training corps, but realistically now, this is me flying. This is as close as I'll get to the real thing, really. You know, I could go on an experience day and go gliding and stuff like that, but in actual terms of powered flight, affordability wise, you know, it's become a lot more expensive to hobby fly. So yeah, there's Essaouira, beautiful harbour town. Um, could probably do with not banking so much. Actually, it's not. We're not in a fast jet, are we? There we go. I'm sort of doing the flights I'm doing are places I've been really, which is a bit lame. Maybe I should check out other places, and I will do actually. You know, I really fancy flying around Rio de Janeiro and places I haven't been to. Um, so I will be doing that at some point. There we go. That's a rear. Nowhere near as. I mean, I don't remember it being so built up. I do remember it being one of the larger towns, but I don't remember it being this size at all. Certainly not with like those skyscraper type buildings there. I mean, I don't know. It's different from the ground, isn't it? Type thing. Yeah, it's a big place. Well worth a visit. I would 100% say that. I mean, most people sort of go to Marrakech and look around Marrakech, but I think Essaouira is just superb. Okay, what I'm going to do, and thankfully I could sort of see them in the distance, Morocco's not a big country, is I'm going to head out towards the Atlas mountain ranges, actually, and so we're gonna sort of head southish, but I'm not going to go too coastal because it'll take it'll be a long flight, and I don't want a massively long flight. I just want to head into Marrakesh. So I'm not going to go all the way down to Agadir. Um, Agadir, Marrakesh is directly west. So what I'll do is I'll head southwest. Sorry, directly east, and I'll head southeast, and we'll just fly over parts of Morocco, basically, which is fantastic to see. Actually, like, phew, I don't remember it being as green as this at all. Um, Certainly on the other side of the Atlas Mountains, you're getting into desert really. But yeah, I don't. There are trees and things about. I just do not remember it being this green at all. Um, so yeah, we'll sort of head up towards the mountain range, which from Marrakesh to hit the mountains, you're about. I'm sure it's about an hour or two's drive away, really. It's a good old drive across that mountain range for sure. Um, I'm going to just throttle down a bit because I've got my engine at quite high revs, and I'm at 500 feet, which is quite low altitude really. Just like to keep it below radar. It's a lovely, lovely flight actually. Now, I'm not sure how to adjust for the prop speed. All these buttons do. Okay, I've headed more east, but this mountain range should head, once I've hit it, should head towards the northeast. In which case I'll just follow it up. So we're gaining some altitude now. Lovely people in Morocco. Moroccans are absolutely fantastic people. Lovely buildings. It's a great country. Such a warm people. Now, we're heading east over this way, but actually, I think we want to be just a little bit towards the north, facing north a bit. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know how far south I went, to be fair. I don't know how to pull up a map on this. Continue southeast for a bit. I'm flying over that lake, am I? zoom out of that. Okay, well that was no use to me whatsoever. We're head east now. Not a zoom here. Ended up going northeast. Options. Got to be a way to MS Flight Sim. So there is a VFR map. So, I mean, if I was using some PC, I could use Track IL, not cloud streaming, unfortunately. It's got to be here for the map, hasn't it? It's got to be. Okay. I've totally missed mountain range. I think, which is over that way. I am coming into Marrakech. Right, finally we've got some satellite image. Okay, so now if I went southeast then, let's back into portrait. This would be so much easier on PC. Right, okay. So if I want to look at the Atlas Mountain Range, I really need to go south in a second. Where can I put a marker here? Yes, I can. And matter. I'm going to head to that marker now. I need to get rid of this. Updated that screen there. Seems like a good altitude to be at, 7,000 feet. I don't know, I mean, it's alright. We'll just cruise on at 7,000 feet. I'll just have one more check on this. The old. Oop. Okay, so I'm heading directly on course for that waypoint. And then once I hit that waypoint, just make this landscape. Yeah, so once I hit that waypoint, I'll just head east, basically. don't know if to lose some altitude, because I'm going to have to regain it, won't I? In fact, if I maintain this altitude now, is that really the height of these? I suppose it would be, wouldn't it? 6,000 to 7,000 feet above sea level, which is where that is the altitude I was at. Hasn't even got its hands on the controls. Okay, I'm not strictly in the mountain range, but I'll continue. And then when we're directly due south of Marrakech, I will turn for Marrakech. Oh, put the kettle on. As long as my torque doesn't spin me off to the left, that should be alright, I think. Earl Grey, and not just Earl Grey. I'm going to have one of my favourite desserts in the world, Sauvignon, which is, look at that, it is talking me off to the left a bit. Don't know how to trim that. I don't know, I think it's Pakistani. I don't really know where it's from. Go with Pakistan. But there's a more westernised name is vermicelli. It's so good. Didn't really have any cardamom pods there. I chucked a star anise in there, just a bit. Okay, I'm banking round to these, so I'll take that. It's technically a pasta, this vermicelli. Okay, I don't want to go northeast, so we'll just level us back out. By the time I've got milk in my tea. Oh god, we banked right over to the left. It's all good. I don't know why. There must be a way to do that. I know for the control surfaces. Oh, this is beautiful, this mountain range though. Let me just go into set. Oh no. Settings, controls, flight control surfaces, control trimming surfaces. Right. There's no rudder trim. There's a water rudder. Yeah, I don't think it comes under secondary control surfaces. No, it must be not set up. So what I'll do is I'll just um, I'll aileron trim to the left. Yeah, that'll do. I'll just keep it on the Cessna. But oh, why is it not? It's not allowing me to do it. Oh, this fucking thing. I said to myself last time, do not play this on Xbox, play it on PC. Don't understand why it's not letting me do that. RB plus R. Okay, finally. Isn't it? It just looks different. I don't know why. Right, let's take a dive and explore this mountain range. That's what we're here for. I thought about the sun actually. Nice flying directly into the sun, and we are flying due east. I think I'm going to have to buy this for PC. Um, I was a bit sort of. Here's my thing. The downside of 2024 is I think I'm going to buy Flight Sim 2020, and the reason being is I think the servers are going to be up as long as 2024. It's also just so much quicker to load. Like 2024, I don't feel many benefits in load time, to be fair. And I don't really want to stall, so it could be how much can I climb? Oh, I've totally underestimated the height of these mountains. Can I keep climbing? Wow. Oh god, that's a steep climb. What's our airspeed? 136. Oh, that's some. Airspeed again. Now, I'd like to know. Okay, let's head east now. We'll get some altitude again. It's amazing how massive this mountain range is actually. Compared to like Morocco feels so very flat, apart from this mountain range to the south. I'm not sure what the stall speed is in this Cessna. Or anything really. So I really don't know how much I can push a climb. To be honest, I might just try and follow the topography and just climb, but just enough. I mean, I'm 160 knots at the moment, so I'm not actually climbing much. I'm actually losing altitude, so in that sense, probably helps if I'm at level. Just gonna make it over, I think. Just losing airspeed slightly now. To 140 knots. I think I should be good over 90. That's a close call, isn't it? That was ridiculous. I should have been climbing much, much earlier. I don't think in real life you'd be able to afford to, like, you know what I mean? If you were a flight operator, you wouldn't go down to 1,000 foot before you hit the mountain range at all. I'll try not to lose any altitude now because it is hard to regain it. That is crazy good. I think the topology is fairly accurate actually as well, which is wonderful to know. I think all the elevation data for things like this is just superb. I think building is very difficult. Building stuff, I mean, you've got to use photogrammetry, I think it's called, and all sorts of stuff for urban areas. But I've noticed, like, I mean, I know the mountains around me very well, and when you look at those, they're spot on accurate. All the bumps and ridges and everything, absolutely spot on. So I'm going to assume these are as well, more or less. I don't know about trees and stuff, but it won't be long before we need to be starting to head north, actually. Because Marrakech, yeah, it's gonna be. We're gonna be together again. Da, 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 da. Just trim that. Oh, for some reason it's not trimming my ailerons, and I did set that to do that. So what did I not commit those controls? It's still like looking left and right. One second. Um, Flight control surfaces, control trimming surfaces. Yeah, I've set that. So I don't know why it's not overriding. It shouldn't be looking left and right. It should be setting that. Maybe I have to do something in the settings. Yeah, yeah. Let's have a look at the settings on this one because that's not looking up and down. It's just long-winded, isn't it? Right, that one there. Just input repetition that's ticked, isn't it? So when I go here, which I'm now going to have to just find out. I don't seem to be rolling, so that's good. I could afford to drop some altitude. So should we take a valley flyby? We'll head northeast. So yeah, that's be 200. Crikey. Okay, alright, I'm going to start experiencing turbulence. So let's just speed down a bit. The flaps down. Is that dangerous? It is reducing my airspeed. Fantastic, we're out the sun. That's been blinding me this entire time. Well, my inputs seem to be smoother. When I come off the rudder though, it's really weird. I don't know if it'll give me a bit of a jolt. Work out if I can retract landing gear or not. I don't think I can on this. They look fixed, don't they? Tree now. If I could follow this river into Marrakech. That's all good, isn't it? Okay, I think time to have a look at the map, see if we need to head due north now. Yes, we do. Cool. I don't know if I'm supposed to radio into Marrakech or what for the landing. I don't know what airspeed I should be landing at. I know nothing. I know nothing. $14,000 no flaps. I presume the mixture is on auto. I don't know though. Let's just go slightly more to the north. What runway it is or anything like that actually. So in which case let's look at this. Arrival procedure none. Runway 10. So at least I'm facing the right way. Anyway. There's an approach from the southwest side. To be heading 55 degrees. I'm not doing all that because I don't know what I'm doing with all that. That's why. Isn't it nothing more complicated than I don't know what that is. Don't know how to zoom. There we go. So it wants me on a... Oh, okay. Alright, so I'm coming in at 55 degrees heading. Then it wants me to come in eastbound, which is a bit odd because I'm on runway 10. And it doesn't look like... what? Oh, right, sorry, runway 10. Okay, so I really need to be coming in approach from the west side then. Runway 10 is 100 degrees. Right, I've fucking got confused, but back on it. Well, once you start to know the controls, it is a bloody pleasure, I have to say. So what I'll do then is I'll just roll round and just head slightly northwest. What I'd like to do is, rather than trim up the ailerons and trim up the elevation, I'd like to just, when I've got the sticks in place, I'd just like to say, hit a button and just say trim to that. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not having to. That seems so much easier. We're cruising altitude now. whack a little bit. Oh, I'll take the throttle down a bit. Not cruising speed yet. Okay, I'm really on approach now, aren't I, to Marrakech? So let's just dip down a bit. Oh, there's no point in doing the landing approach because I want to fly around Marrakech actually, don't I? So no point being sensible. Should be entering frequency for Marrakech now. Check this. My fault. Right, okay, so airport's over on the east side. In which case then should be able to see Cash down below. Oh yeah. There we go. There's the airport. There's the rest of Marrakech. But I wish I'd prepared for this actually. Like, because for me I am just sort of like nostalgically sort of flying over somewhere that I've been to, but I wish I'd actually was able to mark the different places like the souk and the riads and the hotels that we stayed in, because we actually went around and stayed in about 4 or 5 different places just to really get some experience of the place, and I refused to book somewhere until we got out there basically. So I wanted to just find out what was there, just get a feel for the place. I wish I'd an idea of all the different areas. I mean, that looks barren. Marrakech is not like that at all. But here we're getting more into the centre, aren't we? Where's the main square? Is that it down there? Couldn't it? That really could be. Wow. It's a building. First time I ever saw a snake charmer was in the centre of Marrakech. The weirdest thing. Sights and sounds and smells were just incredible. Feel of it being an oasis in the desert. Okay, so runway 10. I have lost track of where the airfield is. So it's over there somewhere. Let's get some height and then I don't want to go too much height because I've then got to lose that airspeed. There's the bloody runway, eh? On our left. I'm approaching it from the wrong way. Top of the runway down there. There we go. Still can't see it. I'm going blind or something. Where's the airport? There we go. Reduce my throttle down a little bit. This is nerve-wracking. My airspeed's 170. Just way too high. Should I put down my arrestor hook? Okay, I've got an airspeed of 86, but I don't seem to be faring too well at 86. God. How do I kill the engines? Well, I managed to touch down before I stalled, which is nice actually. Um, I'm just going to have to taxi at the end. But how do I kill the engines though, if I want to kill the engines? I presume that's propeller pitch, I don't know. Just turn the fuel pumps off. The fuck is all that? Altimeter calibration, I don't need any of that. Just want a master on-off switch. Which I don't know if the ELT is that. I don't think it was. I think it was armed. That's an air vent. Those are my rudders. Oh, I didn't realise the parking brake's down there. And that's it. I'll just get out in the middle of the runway. Actually, start it up again. Well, I'll do that another time. Cool. All right. Take it easy.